taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut, season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah. What's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for this Sunday morning, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. All right, introduce yourself. LB, introduce yourself, bro.
This nigga.
Hey, good morning. It's LB, a lot of L Boss, aka Shuttleworth the God, the GOAT artist, RingGangRadio.com, special podcast edition, bright and early. You know what it do. Before y'all get your little football on.
Yes, a little football on, yes, you know.
You gonna talk about some real shit first.
Yes, we're gonna talk about some real shit before some other real shit comes out.
Before y'all start talking about niggas chasing guys on a field and then tackling in them for a ball or some shit.
See, you gotta ignore Elwood when he gets on this football rant here, because he
niggas like, hold on, wait, I'll fuck with y'all ring gang niggas, but I don't like how this one dude talk about no damn football. Hold on.
I'm saying football is a gladiator sport for niggas.
Niggas be like, chill, like.
Bruh's talking about. He's clearly talking about some other shit right now. Don't mind LB on this shit, nigga. With football, man. Football is a sport of kings, just like boxing is. Yo.
Oh, hold on. Shout out to Henny God Slicks and not gonna make it for this one, but that replay gonna be fire. You damn right.
Yo,
that
absolutely.
Replay gonna be fire as fuck. Gonna be fire as fuck. I just seen the comment. My bad.
Yo, absolutely, bro. But you know, as always, though, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good? You already know who this is. Your boy King P. Bodega Box in the building. It's early. The bodega's open. The cat's running around. I'm ready. Let's go.
That's what it is.
Ring Gang Radio.
Yeah, King P, Bodega P. He's above ground though. He's been chilling. He's been doing his thing. So crime is doing its thing, whatever. But they all know that once King P gets back on the streets, though, the shit will be different as usual. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we got Sunday morning, wild card playoff edition. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll definitely come at you with some real shit, particularly speaking on two particular situations. One situation for Rolly Romero, and of course, one Terrence Bud Crawford and Top Rank. But before we get into those topics, we do have an interesting triple header that will be coming on next weekend, actually. And for whatever reason, it seems to be really under the radar. And it's for a lot of different reasons, And of course, the triple header I'm talking about, of course, is Gary Russell making his annual or biannual title defense at this particular point. Yes, even I can get off some jokes, even though Gary Russell is one of my favorite fighters. Against Mando Mark Magsayo,
somebody who had one of the knockouts of the year last year.
This feels like Groundhog's Day. Fucking Gary Russell coming back. Like,
yeah,
hold on. It's Turbo Groundhog's Day because it's getting here super early.
Yeah.
Well, super early, as in usually he does it in 2021. Usually. And funny things too is it was funny that before the pandemic he did get off his title defense, which was probably the least amount of time that it took for him to turn around the fight, which was less than a year. And then of course the pandemic hit, and then after that he didn't fight at all in 2021. So 2022 he's back. He's back on the scene.
It's a hard fight for someone who ain't fighting a whole year.
Yeah, and on top of that too, if you listen to there have been comments and some clips of his media call, and one thing that I absolutely know is that dude doesn't sound too focused because he's been going through a lot of shit. Particularly,
isn't his dad sick?
Yeah, his dad got his foot amputated. One of his foot. And he said he's been training himself. And usually when the fighter starts saying that type of shit to me, and I'm thinking to myself, oh Jesus, oh God, not again. You know, because nothing good comes from a fighter that trains himself. Like, absolutely nothing comes from good.
Especially one that's not active. That's even like worse.
Yeah, because I'm
when you're not active, it's like when you're training yourself and you're not active, when you get to that place where you're getting a little tired, you don't have that extra person saying, look, motherfucker, keep going harder. You could do it. You could do it. You're going to just kind of quit on yourself.
Whenever I think of the fighters training themselves, I don't know. I always think of Beirut Shumanov.
With the Hopkins fight.
I was gonna bring up that example because that dude. The funny thing is too is I thought Shumanov was a decent fighter, you know, and he looked the part for a little bit, but I think that fight killed his whole fucking career because this dude came in there on some karate stances and shit like that. He was fought like a fucking fool, and then. You know, Hopkins dropped him. They managed to even drop him. This was an ancient Hopkins. I was like, yo.
He made Hopkins look way better than he was supposed to look.
Yeah. And Shumanov.
And this is a guy who's a power boxer? Like, the fuck he doing?
Yeah, Shumanov's career never recovered from that fight. Like, dude, after that was, you know, his career went. Yeah, so after that, like, that's always a stigma. Like, when I hear fights that are training themselves, I'm just like, okay, this isn't good. And then as LB said, you know, Mark Magsayo is not necessarily the type of fighter that you can really pull that against. Like
a young, hungry, big guy who's a puncher.
Yeah, no.
Good work rate, hungry, just coming off his biggest win of the year, which was a fight of the year. Like, honestly, that fight didn't get a lot of props for being a fight of the year. But
it was the best fight on that card with Pac and Ugas too. Like, you
could say that was the best fight of the summer, actually.
that shit went hard.
We gotta remember, it was like back and forth knockdowns. Somebody was ebb and flow. Somebody was winning, and then somebody came back, and then somebody came back again.
Yeah, you know, Max.
Honestly, that fight does not get talked about for fight of the year, but it definitely deserves a spot.
Yeah, no, for real. And it's just like you see, and you know, Magsayo is young too. Like he like dude is ready. And so when I'm hearing this, you know, when I'm hearing this from Gary Russell, who's not active, it's just like, man, like, Gary at his best is a very difficult guy to beat. Like he's really talented, but no boxer can overcome bouts of inactivity.
Especially when you're getting up there in age.
Exactly.
Like, activity hit different once you get like in your 30s.
Right, you know, and yeah, I mean, at least for Gary's situation, at least he is a gym rat. Like, dude's not out there, he doesn't blow up in weight. Like, dude is in that gym constantly.
I mean, if you training with your younger brothers and siblings, I mean, that's a good look. You know, they're gonna keep you motivated, and if you don't, they're gonna start beating your ass. And you don't want to be the older brother, somebody your younger ones putting hands on you.
Yeah, and then you know, obviously the other Garys are all talents. You know, are supreme talents actually. Well, actually, only really one supreme talent. The other one's kind of been kind of shaky lately. Even though I do. Yeah. He's the other one is.
He gets the eye. Yeah. Hold on, we talking about complacement fists or cautious fists? Because Turbo and Angry Fist, they on point, but cautious Fist, he need a little more seasoning, but he could be on his way.
Yeah, he could definitely be on his way though. But you know, I guess just it only takes a matter of time though. But Gary Antoine Russell, that dude can run 140 or 147 if given the opportunity. That's
all I know is that motherfucker's a hard fight for anybody at 140. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Yeah, that's facts too, and then that's why Showtime that's why he should put him on this card. For real, with his brother, he needs another platform. That dude,
I could see a Turbo Fist and Angry Fist double header.
It needs to happen though, for real.
But damn, this is a real good fight. Really, they're both southpaws. No, the other Masago, he's conventional.
He's conventional, yeah. Gary's the southpaw. So
big right hand though.
Absolutely, and his chin is serviceable. It's not shaky or whatever, but he can be dropped, obviously.
He could be hurt. This is a good fight. Honestly, Turbo Fist is probably like a 65-35 favorite.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, yeah, I definitely, and only because, like I said, because of the whole situation with with his father, with his
intangibles.
But yeah, no, I can definitely see. I mean, if I was to make a prediction on this fight, I mean, I would say Gary would probably win a decision, but it would be a lot. It wouldn't be a wide, it'd be a very, very close decision, like maybe a 115, 113-ish type decision. On there, and that's only because
I can see that or PBC draw if that shit get too out of hand.
Yeah, because like I said, because Magsayo is a if I'm not mistaken, is a Manny Pacquiao fighter. So the fact, I mean, Magsayo does have the political leanings behind him. And then a lot of people don't like the fact that Gary's has held that belt for so long without defending.
Honestly, we might see another January upset. Like, there's always a good little upset in January.
Right.
This might be it, because if you think about it, if we just look at January's, even just in the ring gang history, 2019 January upset was Marcus Brown and Badu Jack.
Right.
2020 upset was that the J-Rock Rosario?
Yep. That one was that one was a big what the fuck.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm looking at the laws of boxing January fuckery, upsettery.
Yeah, and usually,
I think Turbo Fist gonna lose this one. Yeah, the intangibles just off there.
Yeah, because usually I'm not the type to call upset alert on fighters I'm high on fighters that I'm fans on. But yeah, this one has all the makings of one.
I mean, I wouldn't want to call one. If I'm a fan of Gary Russell Jr., I don't want to call an upset on anybody I'm a fan of. But that whole media call just had me, because his mind isn't right. It's like I'm not here. I wasn't hearing anything that's like, yo. And he had his last fight was kind of tough, but it wasn't like tough. It was just a.
Yeah, it was a tough performance against a guy who's rarely hurt like that to the head. So
yeah, but I think Masaga I know I'm fucking it up. Magsayo. Okay, apologies. Magsayo, I feel like is better than the fighter. I think it was the Mongolian cat Gary Russell fought last, right?
Yeah, King Tug. Yeah,
King Tug. Yeah, I think Masaga. What's his first name? Magsayo. I'm fucking up his name, but just, I believe in you though.
Yeah, it's like the signs. Yeah, it's just the signs are definitely pointing to that, and it's just like I don't want to believe that, but I wouldn't be surprised if the odds, if I look at gambling odds, they become a little closer.
I haven't checked the odds, but yeah, I definitely want to check for that one.
Yeah, so I mean, P, what do you think about this fight?
I think it's a good fight. With the time off has been to come back with a fight like this is actually a pretty good fight. Magsayo's a very good fighter. I think he's to me definitely better than King Tug. I could see him causing some problems for Gary simply because of all the things that we mentioned. I think ultimately though, Gary will show his level because it's the water always rises to its level in my mind. So I feel like we could see one, but I don't think we will this time. I think it'll be like a 116 and 112 really hard fight. I can see 115, 113 too. It'll be really, really close. But I just think Gary will just pull it out.
Yeah, and
well,
now I just said pause. So,
Yeah, and I just took a quick look at Bovada, and Gary is a minus 550 favorite. So I mean, Magsayo 350 underdog. So
he's plus 350.
Yeah.
But they ain't got the odds for the KO yet.
Oh no, actually they do.
Oh, whoa. They do?
Yeah, let's see. Let's see.
You already got it all. I'm gonna listen.
Oh no, it's actually no. Oh, they only have it for the. Oh no, they only have it for the round price. No, they don't have it for the KO. Yeah, they only have it for like distance and actual.
I noticed that they ain't had it for the Joe Smith one yesterday. They just had it for like the rounds, but not the odds on the KO or the decision.
Yeah, I think they do those. They usually
that
do
was
those,
weird. Like they usually had those up the day of the fight, or at least the night before. Like,
right, yeah. So right now they only have it. Yeah, they actually have the decision props, like just actual decision or technical decision. They don't even have the DQs up in here yet. Yeah, and then, okay. Well, we'll make sure. I mean, we'll definitely take a look at the KOs and Bovada for that though. But like I said, Gary for the most part, I mean, he's never been down in his career. His chin is serviceable.
But he can be hurt and he can be bullied. The Jojo Diaz fight showed that.
Yeah, as well as the Lomachenko fight, as much as I like to reference it. He can.
Yeah. So I mean, Gary Russell ain't perfect. He has a great style. He's gonna have to be. He's gonna be at that. He's gonna have to be at like at least 90% of what he's capable of if he's gonna win this fight. I don't think anything less to do it. Like he's fighting a hungry kid who's coming off his biggest win, his best performance. I think just the inactivity, everything. I don't think it's gonna be a knockout, but I think dude is gonna outwork Gary Russell.
Okay.
And he got the heart to do it. Like, we know he's capable of coming back. Like the fight he had is a type of fight we wish Caleb Plant or like a Charlo or all these guys who have their fights for Canelo. Those are the type of fights we wish they had before. Like a fight where you could see somebody's grit, determination, their skill level, the willingness to go back and get it. Like, I mean...
Word.
So I think that last fight is really going to help him in the Gary Russell fight. So we'll see. But I'll pick Magsayo. I'll pick Magsayo by the upset win. I'm thinking decision, maybe a majority decision or a split decision. I think he could knock out Gary Russell, but I've never seen Gary Russell hurt. Like I've seen him buzzed, but
hurt.
I don't know if he'll hurt him like that, but I think he's just gonna outwork him. If he knocks him out, oh wow, that's crazy. Like, but we getting that upset for January. Fuck that.
Yeah, like I'm taking a look right now. Like, so I know other gambling sites have some KO bets. Like I've seen Gary for KO at plus 250, and then Magsayo at like 450, 500. For the KO. So
okay, so it's like they giving them they know it's possible, but it's not out of the realm of possibility type.
Right, it's not like plus 1,000 type of shit where you're like,
because if they had it like plus 800 or something, like then they're not thinking he could KO, but they know it could happen. It's possible. All right, so they putting some type of respect on the challenger name.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that at all, man. Nothing wrong with that.
I think we're gonna be in for a good fight. So I guess it's a 2-1. We'll see. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Gary Russell, he's pound for pound quality. He's longest reigning champ. Great IQ.
Fast hands at boxing. That's why.
Fast hands boxing. He got decent power. He definitely has pop in his shots. Yeah, I just hope we get a good fight. You said it's a triple header, but I can't recall the other. Yeah,
and it has two other fights that are also excellent. The opener is the aforementioned King Tug. He's opening against Vic Pasillas. Now, Vic Pasillas, obviously, if you've seen him fight, like he could definitely fight. I mean, his last fight was against Reese Aleem, and although a great fight, though, Pasillas was just outgunned by him. But it doesn't mean that Pasillas is like,
Hold on, this the guy who just fought Aleem?
Yeah. Oh, not the guy who just fought Aleem, like the one that Aleem made his mark against.
Oh, earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aleem beat his ass.
Yeah. And then if you saw Vic Pasillas before that on one of the PBC FS1 cards, Vic Pasillas is, he can fight. Just Aleem was just a better man.
I think he was the favorite against Aleem, ain't it?
He was, yeah. I thought he would actually.
Yeah, that's what made it worse, yeah.
Yeah, but at least he's making this comeback against King Tug. So, like I said, that should be a hell of an opener.
Yeah, because King Tug is decent. He's quality, you know.
Right, you know, like I said, like, you know, if you know, you can't
He's
really
tough.
trade. Yeah, you can't trade with him all that much or whatever, though. But you know, you make
Especially if you ain't got them turbo fists.
Yeah. And then the co-main is something I'm looking forward to. Speaking of Beast at 140, is someone who's also coming up. We also have one Subriel Matias. You know,
Whoa, no, he's fighting this week too.
he sure hell yep.
God damn. See, okay, you done added like +5 to the enjoyment of the card. See, I didn't even know he was fighting. So okay.
Yeah,
Who's he fighting? This should be good.
Now, it is good. He's fighting the one man who actually managed to beat him, and this was after Matias unfortunately committed a ring fatality. So most of us attributed his loss to that. One picture of an onion.
They running it back.
Yeah, that was the one, and that was a hell of a fight too. Like that was one of them fights where if it was 12 rounds, Matias could have put him away, but Matias unfortunately got his lone career knocked down. I mean, in that fight, and then managed to get that close, but a unanimous decision. Like so.
God, so it's pretty much safe to say, by the time it gets to like June 2022 or like August, we'll be saying that this is one of the better PBC cards for Showtime.
Yeah, for sure. That's what
it definitely sounds that way. Like we're gonna be like, God damn, this card was good.
Yeah, like this is one of them Showtime. This type of card is one of the reasons why I say, hey, Showtime was killing it last year because these were the type of cards that they had, and it was the cards that didn't get.
See, look, Matchroom. You see how it's 3 interesting fights that have potential for action and entertainment. It's not a whole bunch of prospects. You're not getting Nico Ali to jump off the stage. Campbell Hatton's not pulling up like. It's just 3 hardcore quality matchups.
Yeah, no, absolutely. P, what do you think about the 2 fights on the undercard?
It's good to see Matias running it back, so that's definitely something I'm looking forward to. And what was the other fight?
It was
the King Tug one.
Yeah, King Tug versus Vic Matias.
Oh, that's a good fight. King Tug, while not as good as Magsayo, still puts up good performances, and makes for entertaining fights sometimes. So, fuck it, this is a good fight.
Yeah, definitely for an opener. Shit, I'm with it. But Matias, like I said, Matias is one of those guys. Like he's pretty much on the verge of probably a title shot. And Matias, like you don't see his type of power is damn near freakish because I
mean, he did kill a man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, literally. He's a little killer, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can, I mean, like, so far his opponent's probably the only one that I've actually seen that's actually been able to take his power like that. But still, he still got affected by it.
We'll see if we can take him, see if we can take it again.
Just because you take it once don't mean you can take it 2 or 3 times.
Right, and Matias, I always said, like, this was the one fight he needed to run back, because, like, I mean, dude will walk right through you. Like, I mean, he takes a couple rounds off, in the beginning, but once he gets going, like, you can't really stop him. You can't really dissuade him, and I don't even think Matias' chin is even like on that high level. But yeah, that dude is dangerous, and he's definitely to me he's definitely a future 140 champion. But that's definitely like one of the fights he needs to run back. He needs to get that get back. So I'm glad whoever made this card, who's the matchmaker, decided to this was the card for that shit.
Give him a raise.
Yeah.
or at least tell him to make the next one for February.
I'm saying too, and this was in Atlantic City too. And if it wasn't for the fact that I had some other stuff going on, I would have loved to go to this. I would have really loved to go to this shit too.
See, this is one of those cards that they probably didn't even price it crazy, but it's one of those cards where if you're like a hardcore fan or you want to take somebody to see a boxing match, and maybe not might be the biggest names, but they're significant fights, and you want a good showing of the sport, this is the type of card you show someone.
Absolutely, yeah, no, for sure. And it starts at 9:00 on Saturday. And
get the fuck out of here! 9:00.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like. It's way too late.
What?
It said 9, nigga.
Oh wait. No, that actually is. I'm thinking. I'm like, wait, I'm tripping. I'm wrong.
You gonna get this fade? Like, hold on. Too late. Like, no, motherfucker.
Yeah,
you fix your schedule for boxing. Boxing don't fix his schedule for you. Like,
yeah, but
9 o'clock. Okay, finally, somebody said, you know what? Let's start off January with a great card. You know what? Let's make it in time so, you know, when midnight come, we're not fucking waiting for the main event either.
Nigga, it should be 8 o'clock, but whatever. I'll take 9.
I could take 9 o'clock and 8 o'clock for cards is cool. I kind of fuck with 9 o'clock as well, especially if
8
it's
o'clock.
A double.
To me, 8 o'clock is the sweet spot for me. I feel like anything after 8 is like, depending on what it is, it can drag or whatever. We'll see.
For a triple header, 9 o'clock ain't bad. It's just a lot of times they put pay-per-view cards and triple headers that, like a pay-per-view card that got 4 or 5 fights at 9 o'clock is
right.
That's better for 8 o'clock, but a double header
9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then the main event doesn't start till 1 o'clock. Like,
exactly. But a triple header at 9, okay. It's just when you start going at 10 o'clock and you're trying to do more than double headers, that's when I'm just like, okay, like,
yeah,
like y'all get the fuck out of here. Like, hold on, do you got school tomorrow? No. You got this tomorrow? No. You got, motherfucker, I don't care what I got to do tomorrow. I'm talking about now. I don't want to be at 1 o'clock watching a motherfucking Bruce Buffer or whoever the fuck naming names and waiting for motherfuckers to come to the ring and shit.
For real.
You said Bruce Buffer, goddamn, Michael Buffer.
And on top of that, it's the only card that we can. So it's like there's no interference with any other shit going on.
So we get to cherish shit. Like, we get to be like, you the only card for me. You know that? Like, I'm here for you. Like, I'm a boxing man. Of course, I'm gonna watch you. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, so yeah, that's why this is like this is why it's supposed to be great. Like, I just hope that on paper it actually plays out that way. Like I said, it'd be a shame if not, because like I said, there's a whole lot of action fighters on this shit. Like, so, like, I mean, I'm expecting nothing but some fire next Saturday night though, for real.
Yeah. Any other upsets on this card, or any other decisions or predictions on this card? Everybody for Gary Russell except for me. But y'all got my.
So it's not everybody.
Huh?
Gary, and then it's not everybody. Gary Russell by split decisions on this.
You know what I mean? Everybody is y'all niggas, like, because usually y'all go against what I'm saying or whatever. Like, it'd be the rare moment when. See, matter of fact, your ass wasn't around when you was looking like a damn genius for the damn Ortiz Charles Martin fight.
Yeah, and then the 6th round hit and everything crumbled.
Yeah, that was just like
your ass wasn't here on the recap.
Yeah, I was like, God damn it, I was like, damn.
Like, that was one of the times where I would have been like happy this motherfucker was right. I was getting ready. I had his number ready to call. I was like, nigga, I know you busy. You just gonna get this message, nigga. But yeah, good shit.
But yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, I mean, if there's upset, I mean, I'm probably looking at getting now. Matias, I mean, I don't know if Matias loses again. I wouldn't call it an upset. It just might be just a chance of someone just having his number. This particular cat having, Now, I will be surprised though if a knockout does occur in the opener though. I mean, well, Casillas, no, I shouldn't say because Casillas.
I'll be a little surprised if a knockout happened in any of these fights, but the Matias fight is the only fight I could kind of in my head like, man.
I'm predicting Matias by KO.
So. Yeah, I think that was going to be like a KO. I don't care who or from who, but I could see a stoppage in the second fight.
Yeah, and this time at least the rematch is 12 rounds. The first one was a 10 rounder, so if there's gonna be some attrition, it's gonna happen late in the fight, and someone's gonna fall. So
then let's get it. So shout out to everybody who enjoyed us talking about this weekend of boxing, this upcoming weekend of boxing. I fucking can't wait, really, honestly, like.
Yeah, for real.
I'm fucking hyped. When this nigga said Matias fighting, I'm like, the whole card just went better. Like, that shit just plus ultra itself to like, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like this is one of them real nigga cards. Like, you know, this is what Showtime has a long history with doing, you know, outside of a couple of years where they kind of lost their way. You know,
PBC get their shit together in January. Like,
I mean, this card is for the live niggas, not the fresh nigga.
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
You know, if you're one of them niggas that, you know, that be wondering about Wilder's draw, and, you know, Wilder facing, you know, some jobber will probably sell at the arena and break pay-per-view records. This ain't the type of card for you. If you have that,
Nah, it's not for you at all. Like,
no.
go that away.
Yeah.
But so I think that kind of wraps up that. So I guess that's it, right? Like, we ain't got nothing else to talk about, right? Like, that's it.
Nothing else. There's nothing else.